opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete.
Let's go.
13 yards on the game's opening play.
Check. Regular.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Point it right.
Mayfield looks to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Defensively, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Down, Minnesota.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. He's at the 50. 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Wide, 622.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, watch it.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Flush to his right, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
3 down. Watch twist.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Let's go, defense.
11 V. 552.
Man, I got you.
Hey, seam 6.
They snap it to Luck. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A first down throw from Mayfield. This is the tight end Fant. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hey, 33.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
That's not good. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tevin Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, it's locked. Eluding the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Watch the run.
Now Luck. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now Mostert. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You got it.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 43. Check.
Strong right.
Check hot route. Hot.
This is Mostert. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Love. And going deep for Hill. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 41.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Check out. 240.
Come, baby.
After the interception, it's Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check 24, check.
Reggie.
Here's Mostert. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Check out.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, check.
Mike 22.
Hey, Delta.
Mike. I'm going to run you over. Mike 22, Mike 22. Squeeze, double.
Out of the gun, Love. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On first down, Coleman. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, go to line, go to line. 61, match box, right.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 39. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's Mayfield. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Point it right. General West.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mayfield down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. It's Coleman here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says it's...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Luck now to throw. He'll get this one to his tight end. That's Jason Croom. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. 25, check 25, check 25.
Mostert. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? On.
Check 3. Check, 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 check.
Now Luck. And he slings one that's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Mike 22, Mike 22. All right, T, let's try. All right, T.
Check 50, check 50. Go ahead.
Big game, big game, big game.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert.
This is Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. any part of it that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd and short.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert!
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, exit.
To throw, Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Locke. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Hey, check.
Motion.
11Z.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11Z.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Watch the run.
Back to throw. Love. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Switch.
Watch that.
Here's Locke. Got a man. It's Breshad Perriman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And it's caught. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check 99.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come out here in the I. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal.
Second and goal. At the Vikings 1-yard line.
In your face.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a fourth and goal.
No gain on the play.
Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Mayfield looks to throw. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Hey, wahoo!
Third and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Motion, man.
11. 12.
Like 22.
From the gun on third down, Luck. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Luck now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. All day.
Throwing his line. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here comes Grant on the return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Coleman now. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Good. 180. Point it right. Check 52.
Rush it.
22 jet bomber. Hey, alert. Hey, orbit.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Hurry.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Mayfield to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Alert. Up, drop it. Bravo.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And the Vikings first down. Mayfield's pass. Complete to number 4. A gain on the play. First down, Vikings.
180! Point it right.
Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Back to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, on 133. Hey, Charlie. Recon, 152 fighter.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Lions, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.